Hello and welcome to Nick's Allotment Diary. A few videos ago I showed you around my local potato fair. So I bought some varieties from the potato fair and I already had some varieties of potato from Wilko. So I'm going to go through the varieties that I've bought. So the first variety I've got is a second early potato, and it's Sarpo Una. So this is a member of the Sarpo family, so it's blight resistant. There's about 1 kilogram of potatoes in the bag, and that is about 12 potatoes I think in each one roughly. So the second one I bought from the potato fair was a variety called Valor. Now Valor I grew last year and it was a good main crop potato, definitely worth growing. The next variety I've got is Sarpo Kifley. Now this is another main crop Sarpo variety. It is a good one. I grew these are sort of a bit like new potatoes basically. Does describe it as a main crop, but they're sort of a waxy potato, so quite a nice one. Now moving on to the ones I bought from Wilko. Now, not grown these before. These are a variety called Belle De Fontenay. So it's new for 2019 for Wilko, I think. They're not very big, the tubers, don't know whether you can see in the bag. So I'm going to give these a try. It's supposed to be a gourmet variety with a buttery taste. Now moving on to two varieties that I have grown before. A variety called Picasso for main crop. Now these are 2 kilogram bags from Wilko. And finally, the last variety I'm going to grow is good old Charlotte potatoes. So again, another 2 kilograms of those. I'm going to, in the main, grow things in buckets this year. I did grow some in the ground last year, but I did tend to find that although I got larger yields in the ground, I did get more pest attack. So I hope you enjoyed seeing the varieties of potatoes that I'm going to grow in 2019. I will show when I plant them in the buckets and show you how I do it. A few weeks ago I started off sweet peas. A few of them have actually emerged now. You can see here a bit of a good germination in the bouquet, not so good germination in the Cupid mix. So there are some, I think they are starting to emerge. If you look at that one there, it's just coming through. So it may be just that these are a bit of a slower variety to get started. Now it's the end of February and I was looking in my garage at home and I realised that I bought these daffodil bulbs in the autumn and I haven't planted them. So I'm going to give them a try, even though it's really late and they should have gone in and they should be flowering in February, March. I'm going to just try planting them up at the allotment and see if they grow. Now they're a variety called Tamara. Now there is a YouTuber called Tamara. She's got a channel called Homemade, Homegrown, Home in Nature. I'll put a link to her channel below this video. So I'll just show you now me planting these bulbs and see how they are. Now I did have a look at these bulbs and 2 out of the 6 had rotted and were soft. These 4 are still relatively firm, but as you can see they've already started to sprout. Pardon me if the sun's too much on that, but so to be honest, I'm not sure if these will do anything at all, so I'm going to plant them relatively deep and just see if anything comes up. I'm going to plant them in a clump. I think that will be best. So I need to dig a hole. They need to be planted really so that the top of the shoot is buried, I think. Give them chance. So I'll put them well below the surface. Just dig a little bit more out there, I think. Give them a bit more room. And I'm not sure, as I say, if these will do anything. Cover them over. They may just rot, or they may have a chance and actually root and produce daffodils sort of later in the season. I would expect it'll be a couple of months really before you get a flower on them. So maybe April time these may flower if they do survive. So they've got two chances, but it will be interesting to see if you can plant daffodils this late in the season and actually get flowers. Thanks very much for joining me at Nick's Allotment. I'll see you again next time.